Hello friends, welcome to Theology Made Kids Storytime. Grab your coziest blanket, snuggle up, and let's gather around the fire for an adventure from church history. Tonight, we're going to hear a true story about a woman who showed incredible courage and kindness, even in the face of danger. Are you ready? Let's begin. A long time ago, in a small town in the Netherlands, there lived a woman named Corrie. She was tall and strong, with kind eyes and a heart full of love. Corrie's family owned a little watch shop where they fixed clocks and helped their neighbours. But their home was more than just a shop. It was a place of love, laughter, and faith. Corrie and her family loved Jesus with all their hearts, and they believed something very important. Every person was precious to God. But one day, something terrible happened. A war began, and soldiers from a faraway country invaded Corrie's town. These soldiers did not believe that all people were precious. They were looking for Jewish people to take them away. Corrie and her family had a choice. They could be safe, or they could help. They chose to help. The secret room. Corrie's house became a hiding place. In her bedroom, behind a wooden wardrobe, there was a small secret space, just big enough for 6 people to squeeze inside. It was called the hiding place. Whenever soldiers came looking, Corrie would whisper, "Quickly, inside," and her Jewish friends would slip behind the wardrobe. She would slide the panel shut, and just like that, vanished. The soldiers never knew. But one day, someone betrayed them. Early one morning, soldiers stormed into the watch shop. Bang, bang, bang! They shouted at Corrie, "Where are the Jews?" Corrie stood tall. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said calmly. The soldiers searched everywhere, but they never found the hiding place. The people inside stayed perfectly quiet, hearts beating fast, as the soldiers stomped around the house. But Corrie and her family were taken away. The soldiers sent Corrie to a dark, terrible prison. She had no bed, no warm food, and no family. She was all alone, or so she thought. One night, as she lay on the cold floor, she whispered, "Lord, are you still with me?" And deep in her heart, she felt a quiet answer, "Yes, my child, I will never leave you." Even in the darkest place, God was there. Later, Corrie was sent to a huge prison camp where thousands of women were forced to work. It was cold, and the guards were cruel. But Corrie still believed God had a plan. She found a small Bible and kept it hidden. At night, when the guards weren't looking, she would gather the women and read the Bible to them. "Listen," she would say, "the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." And do you know what happened? The other women, who had been scared and hopeless, began to smile. They began to pray. Even in a place of sadness, Corrie brought hope. One day, after many long months, Corrie was set free. No one knew why. But later, she found out. There had been a mistake in the paperwork. If she had stayed one more day, she would not have made it out. It was a miracle. After the war, Corrie travelled the world telling people about Jesus. She told them how God had been with her in the darkest times. She told them how love was stronger than hate. But then something surprising happened. One day, Corrie was speaking at a church when a man walked up to her. She froze. It was him, one of the cruel guards from the prison camp. He looked at her and said, "Miss Ten Boom, after the war, I became a Christian. I know God has forgiven me, but will you forgive me?" Corrie's hands shook. She remembered the suffering, the pain, the cold. But then she remembered Jesus. He had forgiven her for everything. Slowly she reached out her hand and said, "Yes, I forgive you." At that moment, she felt something incredible, like a warmth rushing through her, melting away all the bitterness. And that's when she knew. Forgiveness is the strongest power in the world. Corrie Ten Boom showed us that even in the darkest times, God is with us. He gives us courage to do what is right, even when it's hard, and He teaches us to forgive, because love is always stronger than hate. Good night, little one. Rest well, knowing that God's love is always with you.